Good morning to a brand new day. Time to learn and games to play. Learning things is so much fun. Learning is good for everyone.
Happy Friday, boys and girls. My name is Mrs. Vane. I'm so excited to have you join me so that we can become amazing readers and writers. Now, speaking of becoming amazing readers, which you guys are, I have another story to share with you guys. Another biography. Remember, biographies are stories about a person's life. And today we are focused on Mae Jemison. And did you know that she followed her dreams and she became the first female African-American astronaut? Isn't that amazing? So if you want to read more about Mae Jemison, you can check out this book on Sora or at your county library. And we will continue to have more books of African Americans so that we can continue our celebration of Black History Month this month. So, boys and girls, let's see which school came in our #1 spot on our Sora countdown. Are you ready? Okay, so coming in at #1 is Heaton. Awesome job, Heaton. Awesome job checking out books and reading, because remember, the more you read, the stronger your brain gets, the smarter you become. Awesome job, Heaton. And boys and girls, did you notice that our top 5 schools are the same schools as last week? They just changed the order. Last week, Wilson was in #1, and this week, Heaton is in #1. Will your school be #1? Oh, I don't know. Remember, you have to check those books out and you have to read. Good job, boys and girls. Now, don't forget, I would love to receive a letter from you telling me all the books that you are reading, or just telling me some of your favorite things. Or do you know what's coming up this weekend? Valentine's Day. I would love to get a letter for you guys or a Valentine's from you. Don't forget, you can send it to me here at our PBS classroom. Use the address below, or you can email to me. And once I get your letter, boys and girls, I'll send you one of these fun activity books to make your brain stronger and smarter. So, boys and girls, I can't wait to get your letter. Okay, are you guys ready to get started? Awesome. Let's start by training that ear. You're right. So turn up your listening ears so that we can hear those sounds before we go in, spell and blend those sounds together. Ready? We're going to be practicing our blending today. That is when I say some sounds, your job, blend them together, guess my word. Are you ready? Okay, let's get started. Ready? What is my word? Listen for my sounds. Ready? Thorn. What's my word? Thorn. Good job. Thorn. Okay. How about these set of sounds? What's my word? Sh or t. What is it? Blend it together. Sh or t. Short. Awesome job, boys and girls. Short. Okay. Last set of sounds. Ready? Arch. Try it one more time. Arch. March. You got it. March. Awesome job, boys and girls. Good job using your listening ears. Okay. Did you hear all those sounds? Good job. You're right. That's our focus sound of the week. So let's go into our phonics instruction. All week, we've been practicing our R control vowel sound. Remember, last week we learned the sound. This week, we've been focusing on the or and the R sound. So if you look at my corn card, we know that the or has 3 different ways to spell the or. We can spell or with the O-R, we can spell or with the O-A-R, and we can spell or with the O-R-E. Now, O-A-R and O-R-E usually happens at the end of a word. So if you are spelling a word and you hear that or at the end, it's usually an O-A-R or an O-R-E. Now, the R sound only has one spelling, and it's spelled with the A-R. Help me say it. A-R says R. Good job, boys and girls. So let's practice blending some letters together. Ready? Okay. You guys see my letters? Help me blend it. Ready? What do you see? Good. The A-R says R. Good. Help me blend it. ARP. What's my word? Harp. Good job, boys and girls. But what if I wanted to spell the word sharp? Sharp. What would I put in? What would I do to change into sharp? Good. I just changed the to a sh. Now it's sharp. Good job, boys and girls. Okay, let's continue. Let's read my next set of letters. Ready? ST is my blend. ST says st. ORE says or. Good job. Blend it together. Store. Good job. Store. Now, what if I wanted to spell the word shore? Shore. Good. Remember, just like our substitution game, we're going to change out the st to a sh. And now I have my word shore. Good job. Now, what if I want to spell more? Good. We just changed the sh to a mm. Good job. Awesome job, boys and girls. Remember, sometimes if you know spelling patterns, it's easy to build or spell words because they're more familiar. Awesome job today, boys and girls. Now, all week we've been practicing these sounds, so I have another fun story for us to read. But before we read, remember, you need to work on your fluency. And to work on our fluency, we're going to focus on accuracy, which is reading the words correctly. We're going to focus on our rate, not going too fast and not going too slow. We're going to work on our expression, which is reading with feeling so that we don't sound like a robot, and working on our punctuation, knowing when to stop when there's a period, pause with a comma, raising or changing your intonation so that it goes up with a question mark, or reading with excitement when there's a exclamation mark. So today I have a story for you to read called More Fun Than a Hat, and it's a biography about Chester Greenwood. And as you're reading, I want you to think, what's more fun than a hat? Ready? Let's read together.
More fun than a hat. When it turns cold outside, how can people keep their ears warm? Pulling on a wool hat works and fixes the problem. Before wool hats were made, people wrapped long wool scarves around their ears. Chester Greenwood lived where the winter winds roar. Chester wore a wool scarf, but it was itchy. His bulky scarf made ice skating a chore. One day, Chester's ears got so sore they hurt, so Chester made a plan and got to work. Chester thought of a way that was certain to keep his ears warm. He got a bit of beaver fur, black velvet, and thin metal strips. Chester gave these things to his grandma. She stitched them together. These were the first earmuffs. Chester's earmuffs worked. Still, Chester thought they could be better. A short time later, Chester made changes to his earmuffs. The new earmuffs were easy to carry and weren't heavy. They fit just right. Soon everyone wanted earmuffs. They started a bit of an uproar. Chester was just 15 when he came up with this worthwhile plan. In his lifetime, he made more useful things. It was long ago that Chester made the first earmuffs, but in the place where he was born, they still have a party on his birthday.
So boys and girls, what's more fun than a hat? What did Chester Greenwood invent? Earmuffs, you're right. I love wearing earmuffs, but it's way too warm here in Fresno. Boys and girls, did you find some of our R control vowel patterns that we're learning this week? I did. Let's read them together. Ready? Short, born, wore, sore, before, more, chore. Look at all those words with the O-R-E spelling pattern. Ready? Let's keep reading. Uproar. And then with the A-R that says R, there's started, scarves, and scarf. Remember, one scarf, many scarves. We had to change the F into a V and add ES because that's one of our rules that we're learning this week with our irregular plurals. But guess what, boys and girls? Look at all the high frequency words that was in our book. Let's read it together. Ready? People, outside, everyone, warm, together, problem, heavy, certain, carry, and ago. Did you realize that was all of the words that we were learning this week? All 10 of them. Do you see how important it is for us to practice our high frequency words, boys and girls? So that's why we practice our high frequency words, because they come up so often when we are reading. All week we've been working on 10. Today we're gonna end it with our last 2 words to focus on. Ready? Help me read and write. Ready? My first word is certain. Help me spell it. C-E-R-T-A-I-N, certain. And next word is everyone. Help me read it again. Everyone. Help me spell it. E-V-E-R-Y-O-N-E, everyone. Good job, boys and girls. Now, I have 2 sentences for us. Help me try to figure out which one of these high frequency words will go into my sentence so that it will make sense. Ready? Help me read the first sentence. I am that I lost my bag. Are you thinking about which word will make sense? Good, keep thinking. Let's do the second sentence. Ready? Went to sleep by 9. Oh, you looking for those context clues to help you? Good. Okay, I am, what's my word? Everyone, let's check. I am everyone that I lost my bag. Oh, that doesn't make sense, you're right. Let's change it to certain. I am certain that I lost my bag. Yes, that does make sense. Good job. So that must mean everyone went to sleep by 9. Good job. That does make sense. And don't forget, if it's in the beginning of our sentence, we just need to change it, the E to a capital E. Awesome job, boys and girls. Let's quickly read our high frequency words that we've learned this week. Ready? Certain, everyone, heavy, people, together, carry, outside, warm, problem, and ago. And we will quickly go over our irregular plural nouns. Help me try to figure out which word is spelled correctly to put into my sentence. Are you ready? Okay, here's my sentence. A sees some A woman or woman? A means one. Good. A woman, that was a tricky one. Sees some sheep or sheeps. Now here's your clue. There was some. Remember that rule. Sheep stays the same. We don't change it. Okay? A woman sees some sheep. That is the correct way to write the plural noun of sheep. Good job this week, boys and girls. You guys have been doing such a good job learning our R control vowel patterns, our irregular plural nouns, and don't forget to come back next week because we're going to continue learning our R control vowel pattern. I'm going to leave you with my quote of the day from Michelle Obama, and she says, I would tell my younger self, take risks. Don't be afraid to fail. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about what others say. So boys and girls, take risks, and don't worry about what others say, because you are amazing and you can do hard things. I hope you guys have a happy Valentine's Day and a great weekend. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Good morning to a brand new day. Time to learn and games to play. Learning things is so much fun. Learning is good for everyone.